My name's Andrew. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Toronto, and I study Tibetan medical history. So what I'm studying for my dissertation now is the history of Tibetan conceptions of the body as found in the Four Tantras. So that's a series of texts that form sort of the basis of Tibetan medical practice and scholastic Tibetan medicine. And what I'm studying is the commentaries of three different major Tibetan medical scholars who wrote in the 15th, 16th, and 17th centuries, respectively, one from each century, and studying their commentaries on the chapter that describes the body. And what I'm going to be doing is then comparing what they've written and what their concerns are, how they describe the body, what the similarities and differences are. And then also doing comparative study between that and European conceptions of the body, particularly European ideas of the humoral system, the humoral body, and changes that happen in European medicine in the early modern period, and how that compares to what's going on in Tibet in the early modern period, but sort of 17th century. So at the same time in Tibet. Let's see. Well, for doing Tibetan studies, the University of Toronto is terrific because we have Tibetan language training here. We study with a Tibetan abbot. So not only is he, of course, fluent in Tibetan and reads classical Tibetan, he also seems to know everything about everything. So that's extraordinarily useful for research and learning in Tibetan language. You can't study Tibetan anything without having great Tibetan language support. There's also, of course, a large Tibetan community here, which is great in that there are a lot of Tibetans you can interact with and whatnot, but also terrific for me personally because there are Tibetan scholars here. One of the great things about studying in the Department for the Study of Religion at the University of Toronto is that the degree requirements aren't super strict, so you're able to take courses from other departments. So for me, that meant I was able to take courses at the Institute for the History and Philosophy of Science and Technology. So I was able to take courses in the history of European and North American medicine, which is now feeding not only into the actual subject matter of my dissertation, but has also really helped inform the methodology for the study of Tibetan medicine. Another excellent thing that we have going for us is that we have a constant stream of visiting scholars coming in through the Numata program and through the host center as well. So we get to meet scholars of Buddhism from around the world. And we have guest lectures, we have reading groups, and then we also have social events where we just get to spend time with them and get to know them, talk about our research with them, which is an extraordinary opportunity.